So we've explored how to grade a number of different types of assignments. And as we've been grading these assignments, if you have your setup wizard set to automatically update your students' grades, you can see that the changes that we've made here in the final calculated grade column have been reflected automatically. So the students' final grades were automatically being updated with the changes that we made. But one important step for making sure that your students are able to see their final calculated grade is releasing the final grades to students. So the way that that's done is by clicking on the drop-down menu under Final Calculated Grade and selecting Grade All. Now we can see a list of all of our students, their automatically updated final calculated grades, and if we want to release those grades, we can mark all of our students by clicking this checkbox up here and clicking on the Release or Unrelease button. Now you can see the Release Final Calculated Grade box has been checked, and when we save this, click Yes, and close this window. Now if we scroll all the way to the right, we can see a little eye icon next to the student's final grade. You can see here now that this indicates that this grade has been released to the student and the student is able to see it. One last thing to note is if your course uses an adjusted grade, you can change that here by clicking on Grade All under Final Adjusted Grade. And here you can actually change the grade and give the student a new adjusted final grade. But of course there are only certain courses that use this, so be sure to check with your chair to make sure if you think that your course should be using an adjusted final grade. So the last thing that we'll look at in this video is the student's view of their grades after you've given them grades for their assignments and released their final grades. To do that, we're going to go to the class list and impersonate Jenny here. So when a student clicks on the Grades tool, the view they see is much different than yours. They simply see a list of all of the assignments and the grades they received on those assignments. So here we can see the grade that Jenny was given for her Dropbox assignment and any other grades, like a quiz that we just graded. And at the top, Jenny can see her final calculated grade and the percentage that she has according to whatever the final calculated grade is. So this concludes our video on how to grade assignments in D2L.